All right, guys, Shoddy T here. We're gonna do a little Desert Storm action to try to see one of these updates in action. And speaking of updates, we have Canyon Storm Battlefield that's gonna open. I heard a Alliance member talk about it, so figured I'd talk about this before it starts. So the asymmetric battlefield mode, Canyon Storm Battlefield, open for registration, server time 8/2. So we'll definitely do a video on that when it comes out. But let's talk about what we're gonna try to see what we got here. Desert Storm improvements, registration results, because that's basic stuff. Garrison control improvement during cross zone, war zone battlefields such as Warzone, Duel, and Winter Storm. All right, so we have to see if that applies to Desert Storm. But either way, I figured I would do another live videos. I know I got a lot of people that like these live action videos because the season is at a close. So let's see who we're going against today. All right, so let's all right. Got a level 35 off the rip, but we're gonna scout this whole alliance to see who's potentially dangerous. It's a Japanese alliance. Okay. Looks like this flare guy is going to be a problem if he's part of their A squad. And okay, they got a couple of problem folks here. So all right, this alliance tag is XX1. So let's do this here. I always like to do this type of stuff to see who might be a problem. So yeah, this person is going to be a problem. So if he's in this battlefield, or she, whoever, that's going to be a problem. So like it's a tiger something type of profile picture. I can't quite see what that is. So that person would definitely be a problem. And they got a gorilla. That's a problem. Okay, so they got two people that we cannot handle if they join. They got a third person. It's a good chance that one of these three people is going to be in this group. But if it's just one, there's a way to work around it. We already talked about the flare guy. We saw that on paper. And then this person here looks like a little doll. So let's just look at these profile pictures to make sure that we're taking a mental note. So we got, I guess it's like a tiger or something, since it won't let me zoom in. Then we got a gorilla. We got the panda bear. And we have the doll so far. Let's see who else. We got two other people, and one of them is a Kimberly, so that's doable. That person is also, I didn't even see that Speedo guy. That's a Kimberly. My goodness. Yeah, I think we're mismatched here. Our other team was mismatched earlier today, so it looks like this is just one of those weeks that it's just going to be a sweep in the other direction because it's gonna be tough for us to win this unless they just have low participation. So, all right, so let's all right, so let's go ahead and okay. All right, so yeah, so far this is doable. So far this is doable. Okay, that's doable there. All right, let me go ahead and I'm gonna put this squad because I had two squads on the wall. We're gonna have this squad on the wall for now, but if it gets out of control, we're gonna definitely just go. We're just gonna have no protection because if you have troops on the wall, you're gonna lose troops at a fast rate. I am prepared to use some healing speed ups to try to be a little strategic. I got 6 days worth of those, but we're not gonna go in. We're not gonna get into the generic. So let me double check this person here. We got 1 minute. Let me just see. So this is like a Funko, like a little devil looking. Let's just look at that person real quick. If I can see that profile picture. Funko Devil. Okay, so that person has a Kimberly. So that is manageable. That is manageable. Okay, because my highest, I have a DVA. Oops. I guess I can't look at my roster right now, but I have a DVA. Hers like 7.3 million or something, and my Carly is 7.6 or something like that. So the class advantage, I should be able to be okay against that person. But we're just keeping an eye on who's coming into the battlefield. So far, nobody's dangerous has come in yet, and we have the early numbers edge. So far so good. So let's get this done. Let's get this done. All right, we'll deal with it. So right now we're just keeping an eye on the pumpkin for now. And then as other people enter the battlefield, we will analyze, we'll reevaluate accordingly. So I'm going to keep an eye on this pumpkin and see where he or she goes. And then we may have to implore a early double team strategy. Let's keep an eye on this person. So they're marching their Kimberly here. Who do we have over here? I know we got somebody assigned to this building, but nobody's there yet. So that person is not moving yet. So what I'll do, since they're not moving, because I'm not gonna move until that person moves. I'm just gonna do a mirror move situation. And okay, now they move. Let's see where they are. Where did that person go? Okay, that's where they went. Okay, let's follow this person. Okay, so my aircraft did not handle him, so I am in trouble. All right, so that's the case. We're just gonna do that. We're just gonna do that there. So our aircraft cannot handle this person. We'll just have to do it that way. Yep. Tried to outsmart me there. Okay. Yeah, you're not gonna outsmart me that time. I know what team is weak on yours. All right. It's a strategy to that. Now I can probably heal some troops here. Yep, let's go ahead and do some early. Well, let's save some speed ups there. Do an early quick heal. All right. Like I said, I know how to. Let me just see who else is in this battlefield. And make sure nobody else. Well, we can just look at it here. I think recognize the profile pictures. Okay, Speedo person is here. Okay. Like I said, we're gonna double team that person. We gotta recognize the threat and eliminate the threat. So that's what you gotta do sometimes. You gotta kind of recognize who the threat is and eliminate them. All right, so now we will do that there. Okay. Oh, for some reason I thought that was at the teleport at the little speed movement location. So we'll march that unit there. Keep an eye on the pumpkin. Is he still on the sidelines? Okay, let me see if they got reinforcements that came in yet that are noteworthy. Nope. So it's just him. All right, let's just do a quick scout. Okay. All right. That's what I like to see. Him on the sidelines. All right. So we're managing this pretty well. Let's see who else is joined. We know Speedo guys lurking, and none of those were on the danger list. So we're still in good shape. Again, it's good to just jump out to an early lead and then just try to maintain from there. Obviously, we got a lot of people down here, so I'm gonna probably migrate my help over here. Yeah, let's help out over here. Yeah, we got two people we can kind of target. I'm gonna make sure nobody can squeeze in between me. Okay, so this person got like hella troops on the wall. So we're just gonna do that number there, and you're gonna get some smoke too. Okay. All right. I like the way this is going. I like the way this is going so far. And we'll just do a long march over there. All right. Let's see who's game come in the battlefield now. Okay. Still don't see a threat. Still don't see a threat. So we're still in good shape. Like I said, if you can get the early numbers advantage and just maintain. All right. I'm gonna keep an eye on his tank team. If they march out his base, I'm gonna just teleport and go after him. He's lurking. He knows not to. Okay. Yeah, he has his tank squad on the wall, so nothing I can do at the moment. Yeah, he's just using his secondary team and hoping that's strong enough to hold off our troops, but it's just not. So he's hamstrung right now. He has to keep his tank squad on the wall because he knows. Yep, I'm gonna go after him now. Yep. He used the strategic movement there. he's in a bind. There's nothing he can do at the moment. So we're gonna have this building regardless. All right, let's go ahead and heal some troops there. Yeah, I got some people laughing at some comment I made on YouTube. It's probably got like 200 replies so far. It's, Scalp is being a menace. I love it. I love it. Throw those troops out there. And we got pretty healthy troops. I like them throwing those troops at them though. Oh, I like this game of cat and mouse right here. I wish you can send protectors in Desert Storm. But like I said, I'm just keeping an eye on this guy. We're just gonna keep it a staring match at the moment. Let me just see who's joined now. Still no threats, so he's the only guy. He's really the only guy we're worried about. Like, I don't mind winning this way. We have to. Let me just go ahead and send a squad over here. Make yourself useful. I love this game of cat and mouse. All right, They must starting to get some muscle into the battlefield. Seeing some red. As long as we got that nuclear silo held down, we're good. I think I'll send a squad over here. Oops. No rally. Okay. Yep. Yep. We know exactly what we're doing here. Just gonna. Where you go, I go. I know he's probably giving up. Yeah, he's coming over here now. He said enough of that. All right, who's attacking me? I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about you at all. You know, you got a strong squad on the wall, I see. All right. We're doing pretty good here. I think I'm gonna, okay, they're doing a good job there. All right. All right, I'm gonna make myself a little bit more useful by going over here now. That's okay. We'll just march our top squad there for now while that cool down is going on. No big deal. Might as well form some oil while we're waiting. Just try to do something productive while you're waiting for your teleport cooldown to go. All right. So we got, and the only reason why I don't have Do Not Disturb on right now is because I'm expecting a potential notification, not a phone call. Of course, a phone call would be disastrous, but I don't want to miss that notification. So that's the reason why it's on not the Do Not Disturb is not active. All right. So I think what I'm gonna do is wait for that squad to officially get there, and then we will see what happens from there. All right, Ryan Nader is holding that down for now. I'm just gonna march this squad there. And like I said, as long as we can keep this cushion, we'll be in good shape. Of course, I'm gonna keep an eye on that building there. Okay, they just took over that building now, unfortunately. All right, I think I'm gonna get this guy off the wall. I think we hit each other at the same time. Double KO. That was pretty funny. I think we got a double KO there. Is that possible on this game? A double KO? Is he on the sideline? Yep. Yeah, we got a double KO. Wow. Interesting. All right. All right, we need to hold that building down. And this person must be pretty strong. All right, we gotta keep the movement. Gotta keep the movement going there. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna. All right, we'll march that there. We'll keep this top squad on the wall just in case some shenanigans happen. All right, they got 5. So they got 4 people at this building here. I mean, we're still gaining more points per second. So that's the important thing. Because if you look at it there, we're getting 210 per second. They're getting 143. Because now we only got one of the, what do you call those things? The oil refinery. So we need to, uh-oh, who just took this over? Let me get that back. That's the reason why we keep that squad there. All right, let's see you try to get that squad off. If I see a red screen, then I'll just teleport. And let's see what squad is on this wall, just out of curiosity. All right. Okay, he got it. He has his. Actually, I can get that. I can knock that off. I can knock that off. I think. Yep. Not even gonna bother teleporting there. Okay. How does he still have all these squads available? All right, I think we got this one won, guys. No, I haven't really done a lot of talking. It's just been a pretty intense battle, but I think we officially got this one won. So I pretty much had a mission to pretty much go after just one guy this whole time, and but he ended up getting help. So because obviously that one guy that I just tried to attack on the other side was too strong. But we're gonna see if we can get this one taken over. We'll march back over here. Get this. See if we can get that retaken over there. All right, so they got two squads there, but I don't care. We're gonna boom them off, boom both of them off. I don't care. All right, that's why scouting is a very important tool. So this guy knows he can't take his tank squad off because he knows I'll bum rush him. So it's like some tactical advantages that we have going on here. Now, this guy, let's see who he has on this silo. It doesn't show how much strength they got, but sometimes you just don't care, right? You just go for it. Sometimes you just don't care. But we got this one. It's only mathematically they can't catch us now, so it is over. So good win, great win, great win. All right. Okay, we just got to make sure that we keep enough buildings so we can keep that point accumulation going. All right. Just because I want to. I only got one squad worth of troops. That pretty much signified the end of my troops, but we got our money's worth, guys. We definitely did that. We did it. We did it. We got it done. It's over. All right, so that was like I said, strategically based off what I had to do. It wasn't the most action packed Desert Storm, but when you recognize who the threat is, you kind of have to keep an eye on them, and then he ended up getting more help as it got later. But again, that's why it's good to have those early numbers advantage because they had a lot of heavy hitters, but apparently they were on the other on the other team that they have. So we'll definitely take the W. I'm not sure if I got the MVP or not, but I don't care. We got the win. I had a certain mission to just handle one guy. Let's see what the outcome was, though, just out of curiosity. What is all of this? Okay. All right, so we finished in third place. It was pretty tight, though, pretty tight. So three-headed monster there. We will take the victory. Of course, get the declaration chest, and of course, most importantly, these honor points. So, so what we have going on tomorrow, we have a couple of things. Obviously, I'm curious to see what this whole this this canyon Storm Battlefield is all about. And then we also have Capital Conquest. So we're gonna have a new president in the server. A new alliance is gonna be president in the server. So you probably got an idea who that might be. But I'm gonna definitely show you guys that. And I think that'll do it. So appreciate you guys there for watching the stream. We'll probably make this a premiere, that way you guys can come in as you watch. But like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.